Okay. Okay, got it.
For the first time, I saw you dancing. The room was filled with your grace and your energy. You got a funky blow, and you know how to dance. Freedom is what you're looking for. You're an independent dancer. Ooh, you blow my mind. Sexy me, shake it booty. I'm running for you, hard club nights. They know the meaning. You blow my mind. You're the funkiest woman I ever saw. You're the independent dancer. Just wanna let you know you're so beautiful. Just wanna let you know you're so beautiful and funky, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. With a full glass of champagne, you smile always. You can dance the whole night, and I'll be with you. You're cruising, 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 cruising. You're rocking, 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 rocking. You're smiling, 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 smiling. You're drinking, 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 drinking. Hey, you blow my mind. Dance, dance.
Rozładowały się słuchawki. Chyba. Nic nie widzę. Uśmiecham się. Trzeba odświeżyć chyba. Hello. Hello. Good evening, China. Welcome to SkillzVault. I'm Tesrin. We were waiting for so long for you because we were thinking how many players there will be in the lobby, how much skill you have there in China, because we know that you have a lot of potential. But we were waiting, we were talking, and finally we are here. We are starting the qualifications for China, and this is your chance to play for thousands of dollars in Bitcoin Vault. I'm very happy to be here with you, China. Let's go, let's play together. You have still chance to play with us today, so go to www.skillzvault.gg and you can sign up. And now explaining video what is going on with SkillzVault. Let's go. Hi there, SkillzVault is finally live. There is an opportunity to find new global esports stars who had not had a chance to show themselves so far, or who are simply hiding their presence from the world. Now it is a chance for them to be on everyone's lips. Perhaps this is what we are waiting for. Perhaps it is you who will meet your idol and try to become the best duo partner in global competition between countries. Of which countries we are talking about?
There are 5 countries participating in SkillzVault. Korea. Registration starts on the 9th of August. The finals, in the other hand, will start on the 18th of September. Japan. Registration for this country will start on the 30th of August, and the final part will start on the 10th of October. Vietnam. The qualifiers will start on the 9th of September. Final part will start on the 10th of October. China will start qualifying on the 27th of September, while the finals will take place on the 6th of November. Brazil, which you can sign up for from the 11th of October, while the finals will take place on November.
Both stars are for your disposal, but only if you try you'll be able to find out who you play better with in duo. Represent your country and fight for the SkillzVault champion title and for $6,000 in Bitcoin Vault per region. Will you be the best in your country individually? We will find out in the finals, but if you will win, you will get additional $5,000 in Bitcoin Vault. Don't wait, sign up now. Oh yeah, so now you know how to play with us and what is going on with SkillzVault. For myself, I will add that if you will qualify, you will be able to play together with the stars, because we have 2 stars from each region, from each country, and if you will qualify, you will play together with them in the finals. And the first star from China is Xian. Hello, I'm Tesri and you are watching SkillzVault. This interview is for us to get closer to our star. Today with me is Achin from China. Hi, hello, how are you today?
Hello， 大家好，我是来自中国的阿青。我今天很开心能参加这个活动。
Perfect. We gonna have a little chat with you today. Are you ready?
OK， 我准备好了。
Okay, so first of all, who are you going to be for SkillzVault?
我在本次的节目上担任的是主播明星来参加的这个活动，然后有机会的话也会参与这次活动的比赛吧。
Oh yeah, I hope so too. I will keep my fingers crossed for you to be in the finals. But for now, let's talk about the players. Who do you think are you going to play with?
参加这个活动，我希望的话，肯定要有我们中国的玩家参加，因为我比较支持我们中国的选手。
Okay, communication, shooting, finding a perfect weapon. What are you going to focus on during each game?
比赛的话，会注意圈形吧，还有圈刷的时间，还有肯定每个队友的武器这些物资都是要比较注意的。最重要的是，我觉得，队伍之间的合作和配合还是最重要的，其次才是看一些比赛中出现的情况。
totally agree. Communication is the key point. But what is going to be your role in a team?
我在和我平时和我朋友们就是队友一起玩游戏的时候，我一般担任的是突击手的位置，就是我是冲在最前面的，冲锋陷阵的那一种类型。
Okay, aggressive girl, I like it. I like it so much. Who do you think should participate in the event?
我觉得热爱游戏的玩家，对游戏有一定理解、一定技术的玩家都可以参加这个节目。首先，你肯定要热爱这个游戏，你才能投入这个游戏、投入这个比赛的这个过程。然后最重要的是享受这个比赛的过程。
Achin, according to you, what is SkillzVault?
我认为这次这个比赛是一场很大的一个比赛，因为是国际性的一个比赛。它最大的优点就是你不一定是职业选手，你才能参加这个比赛。如果你是一个热爱游戏的人，你都可以参与到这次活动，实现你的梦想，因为它毕竟是一个全球国际性的比赛，不只是就不一定你得非到是职业选手，你只要热爱这个游戏，热爱吃鸡，你都可以来参与。然后希望大家也认真关注一下我们这次比赛，然后看我们这次比赛的活动。
Oh yeah, you've heard that. Sign up right now, grab your phone and jump straight into the battle. I'm sure we will support you. And thank you. Make sure to check out our social media to be up to date with SkillzVault. Thank you. See ya. Oh, I like her so much. I like her so much. Can't wait to see her on the battlefield. And now another star from China, Yu Chenghao. Hello, I'm Tesri and you are watching SkillzVault. This interview is for us to get closer to the stars. And today with me is Yu Chenghao from China. Hello, man.
Hello.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Fantastic. I'm fine too. So I will ask you short questions. Please answer as honestly as possible, okay?
Okay.
First of all, I would like to ask you, who are you going to be for SkillzVault?
我是作为明星主播被邀请过来的，我肯定是更想去当一名参赛者，去投入在游戏和比赛中，去切身感受那种经历。
Okay, glad to hear that. But let's talk about those players. So, who do you think are you going to play with during SkillzVault?
我喜欢那种饱含热血的青少年，包含着自己对游戏的热爱，一定要是那种敢拼敢搏的人去参加这种游戏，才会有更多的精彩的部分呈现给大家。
Passion. I like that. What are you going to focus on during each game, huh?
我肯定会注重的是，首先是对一个落地物资的一个抢夺问题，一个人手分配的问题，队友该救与不该救这些东西，肯定会去大局观的去思考这些方面。
What is going to be your role in a team?
我一般是作为一个狙击手去观察、去了解敌人的动向的一个角色。
Okay, so no hiding in the bush. I like that. But tell me, who do you think should participate in the event?
各种各样的吧，这个游戏它是，可以是很多，它有各种自己想法的，就不管是他玩的厉害或者不厉害，都应该参加这个比赛，因为这个游戏就是一个娱乐性、竞技性比较友好的一个游戏。
According to you, what is SkillzVault?
这个比赛可以让很多抱有着自己的电竞梦想的人，可以更好的去踏入国际的一个电竞舞台。我真的希望大家可以勇于的去参加这个 SkillzVault 的比赛，希望大家可以在这里面取得很好的成绩，希望大家可以完成自己的梦想，去追逐自己的梦想，做一个拼搏的人。
Okay, you've heard that. Confidence in voice. Yeah, I think this is the time. Sign up right now. Grab your phone and jump straight into the battle. Thank you very much, Yu Chenghao. Thank you very much, Yu Chenghao, for this quick interview. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And information for you. Don't wait. Sign up in right now and check out our social media because we are publishing there some interesting photos, videos, and etc. So see you soon. See you soon. Thank you. Alright, so we already know our stars from China. They're waiting for you. If you will qualify, they will play together with you on their streams to, to check out everything, to play, to communicate, and then you will go straight to the final. And for now, we have another guest of our transmission today, of our stream, Professor Tarzan. I think I can hear you a little bit. Can you show yourself to the camera?
Hello.
Oh yeah, this is my
friend.
Professor Tarzan. Yeah, this is my old friend, and we are like the old days together. I can't say alone, but it is like you and me.
You like it? Is this a date?
Yeah.
Is that because of you? Have you done this?
I don't know.
That I'm alone, except you.
I don't think it is a date, but I think we can discuss some nice topics today because we have China already. We were waiting for so long. We were talking about China. We were thinking, okay, this is Vietnam, this is Japan, but we are waiting for China. We are waiting for Brazil, and finally today we have China. Why? We were waiting for so long. Why we are so excited today? Professor, please tell us.
Two reasons. One is the only region that I could understand the interviews, like without any translation. That's one. I mean, I understand Mandarin, so it's going to be exciting. So that means I can also pronounce the name in game, probably, but it's not all in Chinese, I believe. Second reason, for this particular region, they have their own version of the game. Game for Peace is the name. I've worked with, some other casters that have the chance to maybe work in the region and whatnot. Is very different. I think the game is different, just like cars, weapons, skins. So you get something fresh for sure, right? So it's a very different experience from a region that are really packed with players to the point that they have their own version. Sometimes it's actually, one step before the global version when it comes to like patches, vehicles, guns, buffs, so all that stuff. It's my first time ever. I have not even logged into Game for Peace. I know it's similar, but it's not exactly the same, so I'm here to be a student as well.
Okay, so what is the main difference between PUBG and Peacekeeper Elite, or what is the main difference?
So Peace Elite, Game for Peace, yes. So from what I've heard, so first of all, people just don't use aim assist. It's not really a feature in Game for Peace. I could be wrong, but seems like that is just what they're used to. That's why we hear Chinese pros going to global championships. They need to, adjust a little bit to the new settings too. When it comes to circle shifts, they are actually slightly less harsh, I would say. So they will, how should I say, they can shift the same way, but the circle shrinking is actually not as aggressive, right? Like that is just from me listening to some fellow casters. I think those would be key. Otherwise, it would be the player base and the skills.
Okay, so we are waiting for the game to start. Of course, Tarzan, we will have a chat a little later. You know the schedule, so for now, thank you so much. We'll go back to you. All right, so you've heard we will have something new. Today we will have China, we'll have Peacekeeper Elite, and we'll have tons of players showing their skill. But talking about skill, talking about Bitcoin Vault, talking about SkillzVault, we need to say something about NFT because nowadays it is a very important topic. Last time I said that the graphic of a stone was sold, only a graphic was sold for more than $60 million. That's a lot. So you should know what is NFT, and this is our expert who will explain you everything.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. It means that it's one token which is unique. It represents the uniqueness. There's only one. With SkillzVault project, we are launching a series of NFTs related to games, influencers, and competitors that will represent certain figures, certain personas, as well as the teams. So stay tuned for NFT series related to SkillzVault.
Oh yeah, so I think now you know what is NFT. If you are interested in this topic, I think you should visit SkillzVault.gg or BitcoinVault.global. There are many articles saying about NFT and trying to explain you in the best way possible. So, we know what is SkillzVault, we know what is NFT, and we should know how to play. And this is the video. This is the video. Okay, I've got a... Hi there, SkillzVault is finally live. There's an opportunity to find new global esports stars who had not had a chance to show themselves so far or who are simply hiding their presence from the world. Now it is a chance for them to be on everyone's lips. If you are from China and your unfulfilled dream is to play alongside a star and become a professional esports player, there's only one way you can make it happen: SkillzVault. But how can you participate in it? It's very easy. You enter the specially prepared SkillzVault website, which you will find at the address skillzvault.gg. Then you will find the sign up tab. There you will be able to see the option to sign up for one of the 4 qualifying tournaments. Thanks to that, you will join the stars who are waiting for you in the match stage of the tournament. And which stars we are talking about?
Science68 is the first Chinese representative with whom you can form the best duo in your fight for the global SkillzVault champion. Yush6 is the second representative of China waiting for you. Remember to sign up as soon as possible.
Okay, so remember that there are 4 qualifying rounds. So even if you can't sign up for the first one, we'll accept you on the second with open arms. So if you are ready to become the best, it is worth knowing how and what you will fight for. In each country, the tournament was divided into 3 stages. The first is the qualifying phase, the second is the match phase, and the third is the final. Together with the stars, you will take part in 2 of them, gaining both individual points and those that will add up to the global SkillzVault ranking. If you are the best in your country, a big share of the $6,000 prize pool in BitcoinVault awaits you. But that's not all. If your country turns out to be the best among all participants, you will receive a whopping $5,000 in BitcoinVault prize and the SkillzVault champion title, as well as eternal respect and a chance to be noticed by headhunters looking for players. If this sounds like an opportunity to you, don't waste it. Sign up now. Alright, so now you know what is SkillzVault and now you know how to play with us. But are you ready, China? Are you ready? Because I am, and I'm sure that Professor Tarzan also is ready. And here we have him again. Hello, I need to share with you my happiness because I've heard a few seconds ago that there are more than 50 people in a lobby.
That is going to be exciting to watch.
Yes.
It's going to be action-packed. Sometimes it will be for the observers to get very busy as well, like catching all the action, get to know how PUBG is like a crazy game. The prediction on the minimap is now also the skills needed. So put your CV in. I'm joking, we're not hiring. So yes, hard one, interesting one for me as well. And solo mode, I can't wait. It's highly punishable, like we always say. So yes, down to the small, tiny details.
Yes, and I see that you are prepared, but it is very hard for the caster when you need to switch through the topics when nothing is going on. I'm sure today will be a different day. There will be a lot of fights, a lot of 1v1s, 2v1s. I cannot wait to see that, and I'm really excited. I was waiting for China for so long. But like you said, because we were talking about these points, yeah, and you said
Punts,
yesterday
yes.
I was listening to points. Power level, skill level. You were
Ooh,
talking.
okay, I thought you
with-
said puns. Yeah, the points.
No.
yes.
Yeah.
The points.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we were
Power
talking
level.
like. Yeah. I think
on.
we have a little delay, so
Small delay, no
okay.
problem.
Let's go. I just wanted to say that I like your the way you communicated to your new colleague, your new caster, and I think we should say that again because we are going to another region, so they need to
Sure.
know. And I think we should start with. Okay, go on. I see that
I know what
you
you're
want
going
to talk
for.
about
I got
this
you.
again.
Don't worry. You can see me, huh? You
Okay.
know me. Yeah. I'm ready. Yes.
Yeah.
Point systems. Okay. Skills of power factor. Power factor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like that's the term. Like the power factor is the combination between your placement and kill points. So for kill points, you get rewarded 30 points per kill. And when it comes to placement, you actually don't get any points until you make it to the top 40. Right? So from 40 onwards, if you make, one difference in placement, you get around like 5 points of a difference. But if you get to higher up around like 10 to 20, you get around 10 points. But at the top, you get a 20-point difference between placement points. So sometimes we talk about in pro play, my background, the balance between placement and kill points. Like here is a different type of math, right? It's a different point system. We have different ways to calculate, and we have a fancy term for it as well, the power factor. So that is how we calculate the total. For these players, today we have 2 lobbies, we have 2 maps, we have Erangel, then we have Miramar. Can't think of the Chinese pronunciation of that off the back of my head, but yes, I will learn that for you guys. So 2 of that per qualification. This is the first one. We will have 4, right, as we saw in those videos before. And if you don't make it this week, no worries, like you can come back next week. So we have 4, and for each qualification day, we have one guy, just that one person, who will have the highest power factor, therefore get qualified to the finals somewhere in November, I believe. So there's a lot of time to train up, test tree. Maybe you can join in the 4th one.
I see that you want to join the qualifications. Yeah. You said that you will talk with the producers to jump in for the one, but you haven't. Okay, so I'll do it for you. Maybe they will agree because
can win
for
this.
so for 3, I think maybe solo cast. I think there should be some prize. Some prize for you. Okay, thank you so much because I hear that the match is ready. So let's go, China. You are ready. I am ready. Let's go.
Game for peace. Game 1, Chinese region. Oh, the feeling of a solo cast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fine with this. And you know what's so interesting as well? 64 players is exactly the amount that I get for pro play. Of course, it's 16 team of 4 teams, I would say. So that is what I'm going to go with. Maybe it's not actually the case. It's the Chinese that I can read as well. So you know what, I'm going to make sure that I can't hear Testry in my ears. He needs to leave me alone for this one. I'm joking. Of course, plane path we didn't get to see yet, but the trouble through that eastern side is for sure on our map. Oh, also right below us, all the way to Campo Militar. And I think this is where it gets very interesting, because we've got quite a few players still in the plane, jumping pretty late, and that means that we may have some congestion towards the end of the plane path. And this is what I like about Game for Peace, the fact that I learned absolutely nothing about it, I'd say. And Butterfly, so elegant, the first one that we see, player number 4. I'm thinking though, should I go with, no, you know what, I'm going with the numbers for whatever you guys don't understand. I know how to pronounce them, Okay, but I don't think you want to see that. Okay, first kill comes through with the S686 or 868. 686 is a bit of a mouthful of a name for a very short gun name, but you know what? I understand the name of the players, and I can tell you the direct translation of the player who got killed. He's trying to, you know, the Chinese characters, you've got like left and right, above and bottom. It's like putting different things together, right? So his name literally directly translates to very strong, and not quite strong, that one, and this one for sure not quite the case. That will be Big Bug was his name, and right now we have FNO right in here, number 49. Early pistol kill, catching someone mid-animation, but the other side we've got Conqueror 6, and that is 40. I'm just going to go by the numbers, okay? Like, I know that I can read it, and you guys may understand, like, but I won't hype up the wrong person. Right now we're going by numbers. 49 with the pistol kill earlier, and now making some good maneuvers, but bring ourselves to Impala as well. That is a beautiful play by STE King. And that is just a little bit of a rip. Like, that is what we are not used to, right? Sometimes. But for some of these players, they are used to solo mode. So the level of punishment that you can feel is crazy. Oh, small. Okay. Like, this is where you see sometimes skill coming through already. 44 with a little bit of bait. The P can shoot in there. Okay, this is sweet. And that was amazing. That was an amazing small mechanic, but doesn't matter. We've got kills dropping everywhere. TMG 15 right here, and you could see kill feed popped up. That was actually the previous fight, and that wrapped up in the small split compound. And you know, like Minas Generalis, and right now is a lot of these split fights. I think early game when it comes to the parachutes and all that, and extremely important. Knowing where the next enemy is, knowing how to pace yourself or whatnot. So yeah, kills dropping every. It's just kind of what we predicted to be. It will be action-packed with this number of players. I've been there before as a player and as a caster, interestingly. So it will be about catching whatever we can. Seeing the early game, seeing the looting phase is very exciting, because we talk about the guns in this mode, guys. Yes, the UMP was meta, right? In the Game for Peace, before we move on to the globals, then we got that update. We got that patch, and when they came in, every pro ran for the UMP45, right? And of course, M4 still very much meta, but I've heard something new coming through as well. Of course, like M4 is like the old love of many players, including myself. Girlfriend wouldn't want to hear that one because she wouldn't understand a word of PUBG. That sounds pretty weird to her, but jokes aside, the barrel M762 is actually becoming meta. People put a long-range scope on there as well. And so yeah, that is a very interesting one. You know, I want to see some change coming through that I'm not used to. As you see, we can see players showing similar team tags. Maybe it's a full team coming in once, you know, like for once, test the skill against each other in, you know, an actual tournament where the money actually makes some huge difference. And this is here. Okay, 46. Okay, if you guys have your notebook, write it down. Like, this literally means heat insulation is his name. Okay, like, ignore the English. It literally means insulating heat. And so very interesting. Sometimes you see these like cultural things in their names as well. You know, we've got one who's basically got respect players or something like that. No, disrespecting enemies. It was his name earlier. And that one on your screen, couldn't say it more. 26 with the direct meaning of losing my whole life. No, it's like a life that's only filled with losing experience. I would say that's what it means. King, we all understand. Long range fight, Minas Generalis. We always love that. And you can see like the skill level is definitely here, and I love seeing it. The small peaks and shoot, the smooth action coming through, and yes, we are having these exciting lobbies finally. And not finally, I mean, I had some exciting ones. A new type of excitement, so I stay corrected. King right here in one of my least favorite parts of the map. The metal cling, yeah, like to those are absolutely annoying, but that is just me. When it comes to gameplay, it's actually quite amazing. You can see you can crawl from below as well. You know, speak about sneaky play. 13, going through water treatment, important part of the map as we slowly try to bring ourselves back. We will be there, I believe. And but yes, we will just stay very still in right here. I don't know where. I'm just going to test, right? Can anyone hear me? Okay, I feel like we have. And it could be me. Okay, it could be some production things, but we will just use what we have. Right? We'll use what we have. I will try to pronounce this name, by the way. Yongmeng. Is that right? No one can tell me, but the second word is definitely Meng, and that means dream. So it's a little bit of a, I will find out myself, but the word dream, it always like hits home in a way, I would say. Like, can't say more about it. And whoop, we're slowly coming back. We are getting the FPS. The pixels are catching up, and we will be Gucci very soon. And that sometimes that's a thing, right? Like, we're trying to do this for many, many regions. The Asian region, we've been loving, right? We've been loving. Sometimes they're a little bit far. So whatever has been happening, give us back our players, because they are playing a beautiful game of Game for Peace. And, you know, I kind of have been practicing a little bit, just a little bit of my Mandarin. And yes, I know how to speak it before English, but ain't too good right now. And right now, also practicing saying Game for Peace instead of PUBG. Okay, and I think I'll just take this time to bring all of us back to the feeling of those older days where we don't have proper internet. I'll tell you an interesting story. You know why I come into this game in a way, like at this prime age of 29, is because I didn't have all the game experience I wanted when I was younger. And when I was around 10 and 12, you know, like everyone's got broadband now, like quick internet, like speed, like Godspeed Wi-Fi. I was the type who were still using like a phone line connection, like plugging it in from a long wire from a Windows XP, I think at that time, and slowly getting my connection, right? And we are getting a connection as well. And so I still remember those days, man. Like, I will forward that exact number to my mom's cell phone. It's black and white, by the way, at that time. And then, so we won't have our home line, landline, jammed, because that's now used to connect to the internet. And yes, my speed is around 5 to 10% of what my friends had. So I couldn't play much games at that time. So I just tried to go, like, literally, like, internet cafe. Yeah, and or just make friends. They thought I was friends with them. They're absolutely wrong. I just want to go for the internet, go for the PC, not even laptop, man. Like, literally, like some of these new talents that we're seeing on our screen. Look at these new phones, these beautiful games. I don't know what I was playing when I was 16, 18. I don't have my own laptop until I was 18. Okay, at this point, I feel like I'm just like complaining about my upbringing, but it's absolutely not true. Like, you lose some, you win some, you lose some, and it helps me like progress into here. And of course, this game, the beautiful game of Game for Peace, and right now 30 looking at 61, and that is going to be a challenge with the SLR. 8 times scope can be very, very strong. This is the worry though. Like, it's about game sense. After all, guys, I think it's, yeah, you can see he's trying to play this edge style, but the amount of sound that he's making can put him in danger, right? And when we look at his surrounding, the escape path may not be the most established. As you can see, the voice that he made, the sound that he made, has put himself into a little bit of trouble. As we move over to King, we've seen this player a few times now, and as you can see, whoever you saw earlier just got killed. That is the problem when you play loud, when you could just stay stealthy a little bit, right? But as you can see right here, 61. The plan is going with the blue. Beautiful buggy, much needed. Good amount of meds, and I think, oh, there's one difference, by the way, guys. So when the zone actually like hits you, you don't have to heal up with meds, but hold that thought, because right here we have Smallpox trying to kill someone. I mean, I thought we were past that age of time right now, but Smallpox continue to chase someone down, and that will be Smallpox. You know, I cannot support Smallpox, so like once again, is the names of players sometimes. But beautiful, trying to Prefire takes down the door, and we continue to bait that. Would that be the quick one? That would be a quick swap with the AK, and Smallpox killed someone. And that sounds more sad than I want it to be. But you know what? Mechanics-wise, I really can't fault that. Pre-firing, using the UMP, bring it to the AK, the quick swap when he's least vulnerable with the pre-fire. Beautiful stuff. So let's see how 26 is going to do this, because obviously in his name, he wants to be a pessimist of how he's going to lose throughout his life. Also holding Graveyard, okay man, like, I know we are a poetic culture, talk about love, talk about life, talk about victory and losses. Now, yes, you are in Graveyard with the name card, losing your whole life. And right now, this is also where you slowly lose a bit of health, right? So I'm going to continue with my previous point. Okay, first off, you need to be, with your eyes. And quick response does come through, but HP advantage means disadvantage, I would say. Means the push comes in quick. And that is, I'm just going to call him 6. I mean, it's funny. It's like, oh, I finally see an English name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But we can see the skill level is actually there. Like, it is very, very good. So if you want to learn how it's pronounced, those 4 beautiful golden words on the top left. 和平精英 basically means peace elite, right? We call this peace elite. Like, now, in Google Store, I think, might be called Game for Peace, right? No peace for sure, like right here. We are fighting for that pride. We are fighting for that money. I call myself king. He calls himself king. Right here in the very key part of the circle, main road to separate to the northwest of Great Yarth. And we may slowly get up to St. Martin. You can see a small hook there on that mini-map. Xingmading, oh my god. My Mandarin is slowly coming back, guys. Thank you, SkillzVault, for giving me the opportunity, but it's also just a level right now that we are seeing. A lot of good action, a lot of smooth maneuvers. Got flag and getting shot earlier. That is a new one. That is an interesting one. And I wonder whether there's different flare drop weapons as well, but you see the clump of these teams, and sometimes we talk about these cars being ever so important, but against good players from this region, it can be extremely scary. Look at the accuracy right there. Between the ridges on a moving vehicle, still takes down roughly 40% of HP. And 52 need to move in position. NCK94 is his name. You're trying to toy with me, right? But what happened there earlier on that ridge have eventually got wrapped up. The driver got taken down. Look at the minimap on that top right there. 4 players right in here. And, oh, I've only just realized as well, guys. We're going for a little bit of a change. We'll play Miramar first, maybe before we move on to Erangel. Or it could be a completely new map, but we don't know. But right here, love to get hot first, you know? Get warmed up. Desert Dunes, and you can see the constant third party that can happen. Right now we have 58 trying to spare those, but the peak doesn't come through. IQ actually gets to spray the pre-fire with that sightline was brilliant. Usual, now competitive loadout to be fair. Like M45 with the M416, we have a St. Martin finish, and would love to see the minimap a little bit more, but you know what? I can translate it for you guys. This St. Martin, with this is on that northeastern side. So we have a plateau finish. Picarda Hill, no matter how you want to call it. And yes, interesting name once again. 60. Okay. It's way past my screen a bit too quick. I can't even find the number. But something about that name says Viking, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? One of the players' name right now, on screen, was actually, I have the same Chinese character in my Chinese name. Wow, that is weird. People may find that weird. Right here for IQ, this is not a weird play at all. It's textbook. Good way to keep cover. Have a good amount of distance from the rest of the surroundings. Can use third party. I always say that it's third person perspective, right? Like to keep an eye all around before he strikes. But you can see so many of these players just falling everywhere. And right now, it's this side where we'll have a little bit of stalemate. I think the next shift will be very, very important for these players to find out how they want to enter in. We'll see how IQ uses info that he might have gotten himself. But that's it. We talk about kill points. Look at the response time from these players. 68 with the quick reaction. I believe that reflex came through when the door was open. And that was him just ready to pre-fire through a door. The sight lines, the response, the raw skills of this region. I love it already. The player base right here. Of course, like players drop like flies, sometimes like pretty early on. When we get to later stages, we remove those who were careless, we remove those who were outskilled, we remove those who were unlucky. And now we will continue with this story. I mean, it's going to be hard anyway, St. Martin, with the abundance of dips, with the many sight lines from these hard covers of compounds. And that is going to be an interesting one. Looks like 29 found 44, and his name is AH Conqueror 6. And that is going to be a barrel in play. As you can see, small things right there, even just from crosshair preparation, the screening right there, and this quick zigzag. You know, like if I were him, maybe on a bad day, I'll get stuck on that plank, right? I'll get stuck on that piece of wood. Right here, this is really the ground to hold, because that was a really close nade, as you could hear. Extremely loud. But that will also be just knowing how to, okay, like this is like maybe the first time in out of 3 that I've seen a player very smoothly jump onto windowsill and then with a peek. Game for Peace is installed. I mean, probably caught up as a region as well, right? Like we catch up when it comes to organizing all these. They caught up when it comes to crypto and all that stuff. Definitely been leading the scene since the beginning. I mean, the Game for Peace came out before this global version that we are used to playing. Right here is where they show their map knowledge. As you can see already, like some of these key spots where you get the elevation or the sweet info, they are not scared to take it. And it will be a very, very strong type of finish. And this is only the first qualification. We're up for a treat, guys. And this is, okay, so it's like, the scent of the flower for my journey, something like that, right? The first one is definitely flower. Third one would be basically means smelling good or whatnot. Okay, interesting one. Ooh, I thought we had a little bit of an issue, but we're back, guys. We are back. We'd never even really gone for 1 second. So we did pretty well there. I mean, this first one for us as well in here for Game for Peace, and they're doing the great job as our production team has been working so hard ever since. And Smallpox now in here, and Shuang YY, they basically means like feeling good. It's like, you know, in Japanese, kimochi is basically that. It's like, I'm feeling so chill, so good. And the last 2 words, Qing Die, means yes, my real dad. Okay, so sometimes names are interesting. Like we have a different tick in a different culture, different region, and this is the time when I raise my hand and say I should get paid more by my language skills. I'm joking. I mean, it's for sure like some sort of entertainment that we don't get unless I understand this language. It's not what they approach me for, guys. Okay, I'm just giving extra. It's how I enjoy my job, so no problem there. Back over here, St. Martin, still that bit of a case, guys. I think what we can see that is close to pro play will be trigger discipline, as always, but knowing when to stop moving. Because 17 players for this circle is honestly a little bit mad. Like, I'm talking about even for those who has the preparation for a vehicle to rotate, right? You can still get hurt like very easily, 150 meters roughly, and you can see the small mechanics coming through, right? Checking his weak side, change, like aiming and looking at the other way, halfway through the jump, mid-air, I would say, mid-jump. Beautiful small mechanics there, and just making sure that he have every side taken care of. And this is where 29 is moving in position to maybe play the more central dips, but he's yet to find his dip, to be fair. I mean, I found my dip is in my nachos. Not really funny, that one. But I'm going to reuse that one. You didn't see that one coming, yeah? Dips, very, very important. Okay, like joke aside, very, very key for this type of landscape. You want the ability to stay stealthy. You want to have a 360 protection. You want to be able to peek and shoot and pick a fight. As you can see, skirt right here, not so skirt for now. I mean, burning vehicle. I mean, it's quite skirt to be fair. Like, lift, you know, when he's under pressure, will get shot continuously. 2 guns, actually. SKS, and that will be the problem. Entering to the zone at that time, giving away some info, yet to find a place to call home. And that is why you want what we have right here. We talk about dips. Yeah, someone pour him some cheese. 360 is about info. It's always about info. Yes, the mechanics and those reflexes always matter. But as you see here, this is going to be a bit hard. SMG, 27 SMG. Should I always go for the S number than whatever parts of the name that I can pronounce? It's 27 SMG. 27. His previous position made me worry about him a little bit. It's the amount of covers that he has. But I have many players to worry about, guys, because we're down to 11. We're down to 11, but the landscape is tricky, man. It's very, very open. And it brings us back to the old school type consideration, right? Do we go in first? Yeah, like for position. But if you go first right now with a car, then you get everyone's attention, then you will be known and they will probably pinch you down later on. So do we go late? But if you go so late, then it may be predictable. You get gate kept. But when it comes to playing late or early, it's still about whether you want that vehicle, right? Like if you have that vehicle, all good sometimes, but no good in this, for certain segments of the map. 150 meters roughly. I think there is no huge difference between Game for Peace and PUBG Mobile when it comes to that, but you can see like the constant third party and this quick reaction from the players allowing them to reset. That is going to be, yes, yours truly, number 5, DKG, Real Daddy is his name. Like literally, how can Real Daddy do against Smallpox? How can number 5 do against number 55? And that is going to be a smoke deployed. Working the edges, both players got a similar idea, but as you can see, that smoke gave away more info, so it will be those 2 players from 44 and 29 on that left side of that minimap, on that top left of your map that you can see on your screen. Potential third, fourth party. But that's the weird thing, right? We talk about maybe shooting pre-shift, how that can harm your chances because you can find next shift and people know, oh, someone's been there. Now they have to enter, so I'm going to wait for him. And those type of things can happen. And right here, Conqueror 6, we've seen him before. 44 Conqueror 6, okay? 44 AH, 24, whatever you want to call it, man. But the 7762 loadout, I actually like it. It's almost like some sort of fetish at this point. I know that the barrel's been strong in here. People spray at long range, but match it with the old school snipers that's needed and picking probably the best DMR. That is a great loadout. Now here comes the test, right? 8 seconds to go. Do we move into the circle? Right? Do we play a power position for as long as possible, kill 1 or 2 more, then move in? We don't know. It's going to be tricky. It's hard to find out. It's hard to say. So going to find out what's going on. Obviously, there's some more spikes in my volume as well with the mic. Happened a little bit recently, but you know what? Hold that thought. Is going to be this San Martin fight. Finally, Smallpox get taken down. 1 to human, 0 to Smallpox. I'm joking. You know what? That's the fun that you get for those solo games, but that is going to be this part of the map. Man, like it's still a little bit tricky to get out of here. I mean, he played his cards and now you can see the pain from phase 7. Look at that bar going down, and then it's not even a spot in the circle yet. Quick reset needs to come through, then moving back in, but you can see just quick jump onto that landscape. We haven't seen so much smooth movements, and you can see that is also just smart rotation coming through from that dip, knowing that it could happen. He jumps back down the other side. Is the third party waiting from all these voids? Conqueror 6 goes out. Tricky one for sure. Tricky. Endgame down to 4 players. Need to find out whether this is just a quick game, right? Because like landscape makes this tricky. I'm waiting for that shift. We're into phase 8. 2 of them got these spots. And from all the sound that number 5's been making, 25's been waiting. Whatever number 5 wanted to do, 25 did it against 44. And now here's the time. Every shot counts. The M4 just missed. And this is the issue right now that brings 59 into the area, drawn his interest when the Silent 25 haven't even found himself a spot yet. So yes, important smoke right there. You get an entry in and very aware of where the next risk can come in, rotating along the zone, the tangential white rotation. And that was a brilliant one. It's very, very aware of what's going on. And that is going to be still 20 meters for him to make. But then it's like 27, it was so ready. But it's better. This side, 25 has been better. But here comes the third party. Still yet to find the high ground. Couldn't find the best time to rotate in. And you know what they say? Call me the feeling good, chilling daddy is on your screen. Number 5, DKG. And now we're down to that 1v1, and it's a little bit crazy. I mean, this is PUBG Mobile for you. Game for peace, man. I thought I practiced this one. 1v1 between these 2 players, and I'm going to definitely give them a good shout for their name. And I actually don't know about this end game. It can actually be a good bait, draw attention to the smoke. And it's good to do the basics of smoking it up, then making sure that he gets out like soon enough. But that's the issue, right? From a good player, like you would still be known because they can still predict which segment you are at. But you know what? We've got a good hill to basically split in between. So let's see whether that is something that they can do. Down to phase 9. This is the last one right here. And wow. Need to finish it all? Could it be? That is going to be a bit of a smoke battle. Smokes out. Reset. Quick shots. Oh, Lord. And that is going to be Daddy trying to call himself. Daddy is trying to push it in. Covers from the hills. Cover from the push. UMP against UMP, I believe. Rock 1v1 right now. CQC 2 cars in between. Quick peeks coming through. Pre-firing. And that will be the UMP battle. Ready swap to this red dot as well on that Scar L. That's the combo up, no damage delivered. Here comes a beautiful nade, down to 25% HP with the rotation, and that will be number 10, taking a 10 out of 10 finish. That is the first game done. Game for peace, Series 1 qualification 1. We've got our first winner with 5 kills. The lobby of 64 players. That was a beautiful way to start the day. Beautiful way to start the region. And man, I just can't wait for the next one. I mean, been in for a treat. For a bit of a surprise as well. Didn't know that it was Miramar. But you know what? It's fine. We'll move on to the next one. Maybe it's a map that I don't know yet. Maybe I just am a little bit of a noob for Game for Peace. So we may be ready for a break and waiting for that queue because we all are going to need a little bit of winding down. We need a little bit of prep time as well. You know, mental reset, voice reset, brain reset, hand reset before we go on to that next one, right? Like that next one is going to be pretty hard, I think. After all, it will be about perseverance. We've seen some of these regions. Other regions, yes, they may not be as skilled. If we talk about the average level, winners, hard to match. They're all pretty solid. And it's about, you know, mentality. Coming back again if you didn't make it. After all, we've got 4, and it's great because I can mathematically one guy will get qualified, right? And the other 63 from this lobby could say, well, we are all just like not happy with the first round, let's fight for it again. And that is what we are setting ourselves up for. Maybe a very exciting for qualification coming up. But before we get into that second game, we're going to take a short break, so I will see you guys shortly.
Bitcoin Vault is the only cryptocurrency on the market that allows reversible transactions. It is possible through a unique set of private and public keys. We use those to allow users to perform different kind of transactions. So for example, if you are sending crypto from one address to another, you are using a combination of one of the free keys. If you change your mind in the process and you want to cancel and reverse this transaction, you are using a different private key. So our free key security structure is a concept of managing 3 private keys that are a common tool in crypto, where you can use different keys to perform different kind of transactions, and at the end you can either reverse it or speed it up.
我们 SkillzVault 的决赛。
Price of cryptocurrencies are determined by the market, by the game between supply and demand. It's the same story with forex markets or stocks markets or commodities. If supply is bigger than demand, then price drops. If the demand is bigger than supply, price increases. Bitcoin Vault is very similar to the king of crypto, Bitcoin, but the main difference is that it is possible to reverse a transaction with our cryptocurrency. With Bitcoin Vault, if you make a mistake, if you change your mind, you can always reverse your transaction. You have 24 hours for that. It's a limited time opportunity.
欢迎大家收看我们 SkillzVault 的节目。
A huge amount of time spent on developing a new security standard in crypto has paid off. In November 2020, the Bitcoin Vault 3-key security solution was launched on mainnet. Therefore, Bitcoin Vault has delivered on its promise to become a cryptocurrency allowing reversible transactions. It is time to move forward. In the coming years, the team behind Bitcoin Vault will focus on 6 work streams. Number 1. Development. Our main goal here will be to become a part of a decentralized application ecosystem revolving around Ethereum 2.0. That's why we want to create a wrapped version of Bitcoin Vault by the end of 2021. Number 2. Security. We have our own team of blockchain security experts who audit the code on a regular basis. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's why we stay ahead of dangers and potential loopholes or bugs in the system. We will work with external partners to apply any fixes necessary, perform penetration tests, and at some point work with community and white hats on blockchain security. Number 3. User experience. Bitcoin Vault apps will continue to improve. In the coming years, we will focus on collecting user feedback and applying it to redesign our products to make them user-friendly, convenient, and fresh. Number 4. Products. Along with IT development, we are strongly focusing on market adoption with new products in the pipeline. In 2021, we want to launch staking products with our partner support and connect the Bitcoin Vault ecosystem to fiat currencies. Number 5. Marketing. Awareness. This will be our marketing and communication focus for the next few years. Despite years of rapid development, only a small percentage of people around the world use crypto. It's time for a change. And last but not least, number 6. Quantum computing. The final workstream is more long-term. We are looking at quantum computing concepts with a lot of expectations. What would that mean for blockchain and distributed ledger technology? We will partner with public institutions and private businesses to find a new role for blockchain projects supporting emerging technologies. We cannot predict the future, but we can shape it. Join us. Find out more by visiting our website at btcv.com.
Alright, hello, we are back in the studio after the first game of the first China qualifiers, and we are going back to our lovely caster. I'm impressed how you pronounce these nicknames. I'm very, very impressed. Hello again, Professor Tarzan. Can you hear me right now? Is everything okay? Yes,
I mean,
perfect,
I was
fantastic.
almost like abducted by goblins from what I've heard, and but I'm fine. My vocal cord is still there, but yes, thank you. I enjoyed like finding out, what those names mean. It's like a good test of my language skills. So yeah, I'm glad that you were happy.
Yes, I was, and I've heard also that you want a race. This is another topic
race?
I will talk with. Yeah, you want a race. Yeah, you said they should pay me more if I know this language. You said something like that.
I mean, something like that. It's like, some of those moments when you think about, you're speaking to yourself, is kind of that. Sometimes in solo cast, but I know you guys were listening, so yeah, I will not take that back. I'm cheeky, but okay. I'm supposed to do this alongside someone, so either someone give Testry a rise so that he can come in and cast with me. I'll test his PUBG knowledge, or I can just do this alone, which is completely fine as well. I guess it's also good to set the scene for the region, like from someone who knows the language as well, which is absolutely. It's an absolute coincidence, right? You guys didn't approach me because we've got this region, right? Like, I'm just going to check, like, because that was actually very fun for me, and I believe people have enjoyed themselves as well.
Yeah, it was also a bit of surprise for me, and that's another reason why we're waiting for China for so long. And so, when we are talking about skill level, we had Japan, we had Vietnam, we had Korea, and now we have China. What can you say about Chinese power level, skill level?
Currently, honestly, no bias, is the highest so far. It's the highest so far. You can see from many small fights, like early game, the confidence in taking fights, regardless of the weapon. We've got these pistol kills come through very quick or whatnot. Talk about loot efficiency, small peak mechanics, baiting. Like we've only seen it maybe twice. Like for now, someone pulling the pin of a nade or someone like undoing it just to bait the enemy to move. Like these very small things are really showing. So it's been probably the best region so far, and the competitiveness as well. As you can see, the players, the 64, solo players in here, and that is just a very good way to enter this region, because that is also, like I said on broadcast, the exact number that you get in the world-class lobby. We play a 64-man lobby, 16 teams or full squad. So this is just a great way to transition into this region.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that too. And this is, when we were talking, if we can find an exporter, we were thinking also about how many kills a player can have on the map. And when there are many people on the lobby, you know, there are so many ways to get some points. So talking about finding new Sporta, I think we cannot say right now. I think we need to wait
Not yet.
a little bit because there were many people on a higher level. I saw the ending, and there is my next question, because why the explosion of the car didn't did any damage to this guy?
Well, because he was just aware, like he moved back, as you could see on screen. He slowly moved back, so he was very aware of the damage distance from car explosion. So that is just key. Like personally, I've done it, you know, in the past, you know, needing to think many times. Sometimes in the open type of finishes testry, you need to just bring a car in, turn it into metal shield, right? You have to burn it down. It's about how you can slowly not expose yourself from behind the cover, but also not take damage from the explosion. So sometimes when you are in distance to blow it up for what the enemy is going to blow up anyway, you would do it yourself, right? So that is also where you get to practice. So if you don't know, you may get to go in game, find a car, try to blow it up, kill yourself many times until you don't. That is how you practice. But yeah, in that one you can see, like you said, experience coming through.
Yeah. So a lot of experience in those plays. But when I saw his opponent POV, I thought he was too close. But you said he was aware of the explosion circle or something like that. So the next map is coming. Let's go. Let's find out. I hope there will be also 64 players in the lobby. Let's rock.
I can't wait for it. This is it. This game, I didn't even know what map yet, guys. So it's not just a surprise for you, it's also a surprise for me. And you know what? Like, we are having a good amount of players. Once again, you know, some of them may have dropped down, you know, like internet issues or whatnot, you know, getting too salty from that first one. It's like, screw this crap, like I just like land and die and then ego get bruised. You know, sometimes things like that can happen. So this one is going to be quite interesting. Second map, we get to see some names once again. Maybe not quite sure, but sometimes if you made it to end game, you start to make that impressions, then we'll see you in both of these games as well as the final one. So it's going to be an exciting one, to say the least. And yes, I'm guessing Erangel. Now that I think of that, let's go for a little bit of these new knowledge, right? So they literally in this game, in Game for Peace, rather than saying Pachinki, you know, Georgia Ball, all these stuff, like sometimes they do the beautiful translation. Don't get me wrong, especially on Miramar, but right here, they sometimes literally just call it P City, R City, G Hub, G Harbor, and then P Harbor, N Harbor, something like that. So they actually just give us abbreviations. That is brilliant, you know. And right here, with this plane going seemingly from the southeast all the way to the northwest, we will see players coming in close to Gatka Fields. And this is actually first Pachinki. As you can see, they put P something. P Cheng. Cheng means city. 城市, a city. So they literally just call it P City. And then now, how many do we have over P City? Because I think not a lot of these players have, should I say, like in the global version, have still kept the love for Pachinki. I mean, it's maybe people talk about the loot going down, you know, like two coin flip, hot drop. But you know what? Chinese region, we are built different. Back to the old love. The name literally means keep your love deep in that deep blue sea. That is actually the name. It's been love like hidden in the deep sea, right? But first kill came through from Heat Insulation, RNH. My God, English is somehow harder when you have the chance to think about Mandarin, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in Pachinki. We've got 64, 48, 47, 52, 57, 51, and 20 something. And that makes me feel like I'm hosting a lottery show. Well done, me. And we'll never go down that route. And you can see tricky buildings. A lot of roof play may come through in Pachinki. I wouldn't expect anything less. And a quick adjustment right there, making sure that he can stand up and get more info. Reset coming through. Maybe Uzi trying to find Islak. Already got SLR popping off in the kill feed. Just smoking that escape path so that he can get to the next part. You know, like, we almost haven't got to see this type of level yet, and just look at the maneuver through the buildings, you know, just very decisive. And yeah, built different, these players. I think it's just like credit to the team. I know they put a lot of work in recently to make sure that this great event of ours are going to get the clout or voice or the interest that it deserves. And this is job well done. We see the difference right now, and work hard, ladies and gentlemen. Always know your worth. Make it work. And now we are in for a treat. 3 tournament players remaining. We've already lost a good handful, maybe 6 or 7. As you can see, the roof play being ever so strong in Pachinki. And but sometimes, when you've been so confident, you get punished very, very hard. You know, like, players hunt on these. They live on these. They capitalize on someone being too confident. You know, moving around, giving audio cues, like visual cues, exposing yourself. You can see 52 here, just ready, very ready. Already very ready. It's grammatically correct. It just sounds weird. And here comes a little bit of challenge. Let's see which one would take this. Swapping to FPP mode, better in this type of quarter. But without that small bit of elevation, would he miss the chance? Silent time made me think of the days of pro play, but we're just going to pull slightly further first. This is Ruins, close to Ruins to say the least, and this is us back into Milta. Do they just call it M City? It could be the case, right? We got a little bit stuck, no problem there. And then back to me, hey, it's not too bad, right? Like, resolution of my face, you see signs of aging, like next. Okay, everyone write it down, right? 18th January next year, not next year, okay, they don't want me to talk about that. I was going to say that's my birthday, so whoever can remember that, I will love you forever. But right here is also the love for military base. Military base, C block, C building, hot drop. Still, every region, whether it's Game for Peace, whether it's PUBG Mobile, and M Cheng, yes, M City, Milta is in play. 19 trying to hold down the Vikings. 61 is literally got Vikings something. And yes, sorry, you live your name right there. You just Liang Sheng means cold life. A little bit of like, oh, it's like a tragic life. Oh, well done, you. Put your hopes in your name. You have yourself a tragic game right now. So something's a little bit stuck. We will be back. Don't worry. We will get there. And the thing that we can rest upon now, guys, is the joy to know that we have a competitive lobby. And once again, on that screen, his name is Very Strong, and he's died again. One of the earliest skills. So safe to say that Very Strong aren't so strong this week. We need to see him coming back stronger. But a 3-way fight right here. 31. With a nade pull once again, as we could hear, and these new vehicle sounds as well. It's a complete different region. We've got different vehicles, new technology to say the least, and that will be 26 still in here. Is that player that whose name translate to? Okay, no. I have a better translation now. Okay, like next time, everyone. Okay, like SkillzVault team, if you need a translator, I'll happily do it for my own joy. Like his name means defeats all my life. Like, yeah, basically, yeah. I thought I used the word losing before, but I think losing is not good enough, because losing means like there's more ways to say it in Chinese. But when he said what he really put, like that word means defeat. Okay, more than just like losing, because losing can mean losing something and not losing a battle, right? Like you can lose your desk. I don't know how you can lose your bloody desk. It's really huge. So you get my point. And right here we have CCJ with the good positioning. I'd say if we play around Milta, is this western side? close to main road, can cross to farm, and can catch quite a few people rotating, whether via the main road, by coastline, or through those buildings, and is where you can really keep yourself stealthy. But with the old vehicle skin, like, to be fair, I'm so excited to see more skins. We've already seen butterfly, like, wings or whatever you call them, right? Like, and so we haven't seen more right now, but gun skins definitely seen some. Meta for sure confirmed. UMP45 still well ingrained for them. It's been more than a year now. So cruising through here. Beautiful. Okay, that's my tune, man. Like, why do you have to take it away? But yes, partnership coming through. The game's growing, so it's good to see new talents coming in, testing their luck, testing their skills. To be fair, sometimes I do think, right, like I do find whatever amount that I've done in this game down to maybe luck is always part of it, I think. But sometimes the quote of the day, in a way, is, you know, just be ready all the time. Like, be born ready. Like, if you have done all the things that, you know, point you towards the right direction, the next opportunity will find you. And right here, you can see all these years of preparation playing this game, that comes into that skill. Those ears, 28 with a great spot. Okay, that might just be a kill right there. No, 2 days that's almost killed the enemy. Still, we are back into Pachinki. And these early fights can really slow down some of these players, but it doesn't matter. As a solo player, it doesn't take you much to kill someone. It doesn't take you much to survive the game. And it will be every point that matters. Right now, 1 kill on board, maybe. Nope, the mouse kind of just blocked me right there. I do believe that as one kill, and it will be him still trying his luck, but you can see the attention being drawn, and right now it's just toying with the enemy, rotating through so that he doesn't get naded. Maybe that is a poorly cooked nade, and that missing opportunity. Nope, poorly thrown instead. 28 still going to maneuver, as you see. 64 rotating in the back. GHS is the technology that he's using now. King is also in town. So look at all these sound, the audio cue that is giving, and the amount of interest that is drawing. And that is exactly what we like about this game. We like these type of skill coming through, and how the minimap tells us so much of just purely how these teams like to play. Like how these teams, I say teams, but players. And right now, Pachinki is still hot. And is funny, because I think for most of these players, they're back in here because they're so used to practicing through here. But hold that thought, 52 will actually find each other against 28 again. But they will just drift away. And to be fair, it could be the extra info that they're receiving, like from the side. Okay, like small oopsies right there. Nerves, right? We're on the stage. Got quite a lot of people. We've got a lot of money. When you know what's on the line, it makes you a little bit more hyped than usual, right? Or a little bit more scared than usual. Either way can affect your performance. We all know how that can happen, mess up your aim and all that. And now we have a little bit of potential bridge action. Western Bridge. Ooh, Watchtower 1v1 with the long range third party maybe coming through. Who got that? Okay, no, it's the 1v1 right there, but the third party pressure definitely helped. 70 with the 6 times on the AK. I love it. This region are not scared. I think with the particular version of the game as well, as allow them to do something like that. But 37 with the 1v1 win will get the reset slowly boosting up. Can maybe have a bit of a spray down across that road. Welcome back, King. Let's see whether you can get the throne that you're looking for. Northern side rotation, the Ruins, Gatka. And this is a close fight, what seems to be. Might not even be a fight. Could that be a long-range challenge? And here comes the computer heal. I'm not saying it for no reason. It sounds weird, guys, but the medkit in the Chinese version for even the professional casters, those who cast Powerboy, remember Powerboy? Like, huge model, world champion, you know, like a lot of experience, skill, and fans. That region, they call the medkit the computer. And and I don't know why. They call shacks toilets sometimes. It's the shape. It's for clarification. As you can see, heat insulation here, 46. Rotating next to a player, we're going to see some of these small maneuvers. Car seat swap and then Fuller with a good spray, but it will be the other one. That is him. Not getting the heat insulated quite soon. It will be number 4 with the fairy, with the wizard coming in. And you know what? I don't even care if you know what it exactly means. Sometimes if it fits, it fits. That is the magic. Boom, 3, 2, 1. The enemy was gone. And then we are back to here with some very nice tune. I am shaking my head. This is very good. Okay, I can't rap for sure. I can't sing that either because I got confused. That's my excuse. His name's too long. I can't pronounce that. Rotating in from that eastern side is what we are looking for. To be fair, tricky landscape though, right? We talk about that segment with the hills, with these compounds, suffocating these late rotating players, especially if you go through the main road. There's a DP in place already. Yes, 1 kill for this player, and there's more to do. Good retreat towards the hillside. It's good to hug just at the bottom, not go too far up, because that hill is one of the most popular spots. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a circle close to this western bridge, and this is what I don't like, in a way. I'll tell you guys why. It's not because I have a problem with that toilet that he's found. I don't have a bias. I don't have prejudice about where people poop or hide. It's about the covers. It's about the cars. It's about how it's just so obvious. We talk about limiting info. That player literally show everyone in the open that he's there. I parked the car right there. Please come take my tires away and hard peek me. Right, and that's okay. This is a warning to all humanity. When smallpox gets fancy is not a good sign. But you know what? It's also just the version of the game. I believe this is one of the most popular skins when we talk about Dacia or whatnot. Look at these cars, man. But speaking of cars, Testry, I know you're watching. I do like cars. How do you find this one? What car even is this? Is the partnership that this game has is absolutely insane. Realistic as well, right? Tesla. Very, very good. With their reduced vehicle sounds as well. The smallpox right here. Trying to spray down, exposing his position. Now people are going to look over here and say, who's been the noisy boy? And who's been, oh, is that a good car that I've seen? Let's nade that. And that could be smallpox gone. And then humanity 1, smallpox 0. To be fair, that was like the first time, like the first, shall I say, like, okay, I've literally lost my train of thought, like with everything that's going on. But yes, that was him, showing, okay, if he comes back, we'll remember him as smallpox, right? Like, it's not hard to remember, but why would you want that as your name, man? Like, it's a little bit funny. Right here, Therapia is where we're at as we wait for the render to slowly come back in. It's a very hard place to play, I would say. Like, Therapia, like, okay, with a good amount of water in place as well. Like, you can see that edge of circle there on that top right, on that mini-map, which means that some of these players, if they go for the survival, if they have enough kills already, they can float in the water for survival, knowing that they can come back later a little bit strong. Like, if they know where they can get back on without getting punished too hard, that would be great. As you can see, coastline already taken. YSY 74. The last 3 word literally means the guardian. It means the guardian. Let's see whether he can guard this side. This side of therapy is actually great, like, but this is too close. This is too cold, and that is the audio cues coming through. That is a little bit inexperienced, and that needs to be a quick rotation from 58. And his name is Good Morning Streamer. Good morning, streamer. Good night, streamer. Goodbye. And that will be him not being able to respond to that cue. And I think that is just on that range, right? Like, that is also the cue for him or her to for them, okay, I've learned this term, for them to get a new headset, maybe, get a new settings within the game. And this is Guardian holding that one down on that western edge. There's more to move through though. Like, coastline can get pretty tricky. I mean, like, just nade sounds is enough info for some of these players. We're down to 20 right here. 19 is in play around these hills that we talk about, and pretty textbook, to be fair. Like, to the north of Therapia, we talk about these Erangel 2.0. For them, it's probably almost 3.0. Like, we've got these updates that's important, as you see. Just the sheer reflex of saying, let's try to land some shots. Let's find some crosshairs, like hit marks, I would say. Find some hit marks within smokes. That's a very pro team thing to do. Like, I mean, here you get heavily rewarded. You find one hit mark, keep spraying a few more, that could be your kill. That could be your 30 points. And we do say it's important. Like, every point counts. It's about these small things. And I love the fact that we have some key players already in here, respecting their own dips. Don't dip over to the other side. I mean, that's their dip. I always make my own dip. And right here, DKG. Okay, we will be there. Like, this part, to be fair, guys, is one of my favorite spots in this updated Erangel. The 360 protection, right, from those grounds is amazing. You can park your car, stay completely stealthy. The problem sometimes from what I've seen, like in pro play, is when too many teams are interested in that. Usually not in the early phases, but from what we saw, even just now, entering into phase 4 and 5, that is where people start to rely on those type of dips. It's pretty open, right, all around, and leaving that hillside is tricky, because we've got that main road on that south, and coming down on the other side we've got more compounds. So I'm not going to go into too much of an analysis. I also think it's just important to find out the mentality of these players. I mean, they talked about, we heard it from the stars, right? Like, we've got Qing, we've got Yu Chenghao. Very nice names. I can hear the ring in it, with the Asian background. I can see why their parents gave them those names. Evergreen, a lot of it's something related to prosperity as well. So nice hopes, nice names. That is why we usually pun with the names. King now in play. Can you make this your place to be called home? No. Quick response come through, and this will be Army in play 69. And that is a good response. I mean, like, it's almost like this is what I'm used to. Not saying that is not what I like before, but this is actually a very high level. So, like, with me being ever so picky, this is a good sign for the region. We will have a very competitive segment right here. And let me have a quick look. Have I missed something? And so yeah. Nope, I'm back. Just want to check a few things. I know my mic was acting up a little bit earlier, so your patience is much appreciated. Wow, very peer ending. I haven't seen one in a while. No, I've seen just one recently, but the only one in the past month, maybe 2-3 months, even longer, I think. So we're in for a treat. We are going to welcome this title circle. Very nicely done, and you can see very clear game plan for some of these teams. Look at the top right on that mini map. We've got those who like to play that hillside on that north. We've got those who have passed that main road, who want to opt in to play the actual fairy pier with the hard covers. And it's very hard, man. Like, it's so hard because it's so punishing. Like, when you've been playing hard, loud, you can take 2 down, but then everyone knows you're there, and the circle goes away from you. Then it's tricky. Like, whether you go on foot or on the car, it can be both tricky, like, to my understanding. So right here is going to be actually on screen. We've got Chill Daddy. I'll just call him Chill Daddy from now on, yeah? Chill Daddy getting another kill, but that is going to be more than one team trying to take that area. I think that is the congestion. That is contest. Very good spray, though. Like, I think this is why the Chinese region is, like, very good in a way. They are more tuned to not using aim assist, so the aim is actually just on another level. Like, it's such joy and pleasure to watch. And of course, like, speak of joy and pleasure, let's go back to my bread and butter, because we are going to welcome phase 6 right now, and it's still inconclusive in a very good way. It means that both the southern side, with those buildings, they will have their own sort of battle amongst those players. Let's see who is better, right, on there. Thanks for the minimap production team. Brilliant work. And then we've also got those players, these beautiful, talented players on that northern side, needing to find out who is the king of the hills first. So they have their own battle. We've got a northern hill battle and the southern city battle. This is why it's so hard, right? It's so hard because man, look at the distance between the compounds. How do you properly cross it? I mean, like, do you guys know that even sitting into the car seat allows you to just switch on your car? You will give that vehicle sound. But if you just get in without, into the driver's seat, it's fine. So here's my complaint, right, about this world and this game. Why can't we be more economical so that when we sit into the driver's seat, it doesn't switch on immediately, huh? I mean, that's just finding for a point to talk about. But it's true. But that is also just game knowledge. It's just the extended thoughts, And so, yes, even just sitting in, you need to have it face well. That is why you need to have your car faced very, very well. Because when you face the right side, you can hop in and it's go time straight away. Otherwise, you sit in, you already give that very loud car sound away, and then you're still doing your U-turn. You're dead then. You're probably dead, and that is sometimes the things that we see. The small things, and I love these fine details. That's what I analyze for this game, and but the interesting things. No, I shouldn't say it. God, it could be a secret within the talents desk. So I almost spilled secret. So I'm not going to do that. It's exciting. So potential excitement coming up for me, for the rest of the year. So thank you guys. Thank you for supporting me all this time. And you know what? You probably don't even know me, but you will know me from now, from this tournament. And more to know is actually these players making a name for themselves. Second place in that game previously is DKG Chill Daddy. And right now in one of the best spots, I would say, to slowly work his way through. The strength of this point, though, is really about elevation. It's about allowing you to peek and scout down to the south side without any risks first. And then you can still kill a few enemies before you finally need to come down. So you can see, he can always just respond and rotate in a safe way according to all the cues that he's getting. So from a very mechanically gifted region, it's about the brick brains that can really set them apart sometimes. Waiting for phase 7, I think we are 5 seconds away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pure guess. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how off I am. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jeez, I'm bad. 11, 12, 13. Okay, there we go. Not too off. Not way too off, right, for this time. But that's what I mean. That's what we said about, right? We talk about this game, the difference between Game for Peace and PUBG Mobile. Zones and the timing or whatnot. This is a terrible circle for these teams. I'll tell you guys what. Look at the minimap, right? Okay, hill players need to all come down or even crash through that main road because they run out of covers other than certain trees. But this southern side is actually a bit more forgiving, and it's going to be fine for now. It seems like for a lot of these players, they've got a place to edge in, but you can see very aware. 69 is very good. He is looking at these smokes. Very quick 360 assessment all the time, and it will be about who controls one of the best compounds right here. Waiting for phase 7, though, we talk about the hillside needing to get down. And you know what, guys? I feel like, okay, hold that thought, long-range third party, but also 1v1 push right now. Molly pulled. Let's see who can take this one. Early turkey, early chicken dinner, maybe. It's not even Christmas yet, and Thanksgiving, maybe. Turkey time. But his name, his name actually means a big white goose. It's the name of this player. So what can I say? Do you want to get burned down? You better lemonade. That was a close one. Here comes round 2 very soon. The blue won't be here quite yet. So this is time, and this is good test for these players. And the ability to know all the weak side, to know how to not be prone from the side. And you can see, pulling of the nade, maybe he will undo it. And there we go. Forcing the move, as you can see, these are what I love. The big white goose is not the ugly duckling. That is just what we want to see. It's time to grow from here. Like the influencers say, you just need to have a love for the game and just try. You don't need to be a professional. And this is why the mentality maybe that allows the Chinese region to come through. That's beautiful, Nate, through that crack, and that will be the push coming through, getting the footsteps move back. That will be the UMP. Quick peek and fire. MP45 very strong. Repositioning coming through, taking the first floor, and will reset just a little bit. We slow back down. Here comes the heal. Here comes the footsteps as well on the outside. Just slowly pushing in. That will be a challenge. It will be picked up. It won't be within that same building once more. So Nate, battle continues, but the game doesn't wait. Live doesn't stop for you. It doesn't pause for you. 26 seconds until new zone. It is a fight to wrap up. Big white goose against 69. Who will be stronger? Will it be the vulgar? Would it be the cute? It doesn't matter. It's about the name. And here comes it. And that with a quick fire. It will be UMP taking that one. Third party is here from that long range. But a quick dodge into the shack was beautiful. Quick mechanics coming through. 37 wants to get a little bit more. It's that last first aid used by this player. No time to loot right there. And there is more distance to be covered. I've been rapping like crazy. This is my third language. Thank you very much. And this will be 24 on this other side. Need to slowly move in. Giving away his position with that smoke. It will be about F&O as well on that position. Player number 3 getting himself exposed in here, and that will be just 15 more meters to go, and that will be Carson giving away. This is good time to go. Sometimes when you hear gunshots, that means it's go time. They're too focused on some other stuff. The sidelines come through, the M4 straight in, and that will be the last tap. Maybe that will be no. Here comes a reload. That will be a quick response, almost takes down, and that is about the punishment of those small mechanical mistakes. 24 comes in with the beautiful rotation, takes down this part. Protection from that ridge line. I can't believe we're down to 3. Though those hillside have gone down. We talk about that prediction from one zone before, and now these names that we didn't get to see previously, we are now in for a treat. 24. I don't even know what that means, that name, but phase 9 means it's fight time. There's no prediction. It's all about the zone slowly coming in, forcing them together to fight this out. Uzi in play, important loadout for the end game. It's about above and below. There's a fight that can't be avoided. It will be taking out of the guy from far. That will be 2 players on that zone, and that will be the 2 players on that screen. They know it as well. It will be about bottom and below. It will be about that battle. It would be about the balance of this, the zoom. Look at that boost coming through. It's a fight to take. It's a bit late. He's got nothing. He's risking it, and he goes out. It will be the mismanagement of those health. It will be down to those small things. The booster could have saved, but no. It's 69 with the finish. Name. His name literally means something Army 6. I don't know. But in the Chinese style is 666 because it sounds like it's so sick. It's so good, that game. And we talk about all this different landscape, and I went into rapid mode as well. Man, that was a new one. That was a brilliant one. So I'm going to check, look at these timings. Seems like we're still waiting, but that was it, guys. The first qualification for the China region. We've got great collection of talents. We've got great series of circles. Man, and yes, not a great collection of talent of caster yet, but I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. And now that I said I'm too lonely, we'll bring back Test 3. That rhymes as well, man. I've been on fire today.
yeah, you are on fire, man. That ending. I thought that he will jump off that building, and they will face in the open area. I hope, but the zone was, too tough for him. I think he's regretting right now. He's thinking I should jump. Maybe it was, risky, but he could have a kill. He could have a chicken dinner. But we'll find out who is the man of today who will qualify to play together with the stars in the finals. But all I wanted to say, I'm satisfied about today's games. We were waiting for China, and I'm very, very satisfied because we have so many players, so many skilled players. In the last zones, we had like 7-8 people. Sometimes in Vietnam, it was a full. We were starting with this number. So I'm very, very excited, and I can't wait to see another Chinese qualification. What about you, Professor? You were casting solo. I was listening to you. You were speaking about Tesla, of course, mentioning me. And like I said before, Tesla, I like it, but I need to hear the sound of the engine when it comes to driving. So I
yes.
like Tesla, but for maybe a daily car, but when I'm going on the wrong road, I need to hear the power of an engine.
You are the noisy boy. You are the noisy boy.
Yeah.
In the pro scene,
yes,
there's
I am.
actually a team called the Noisy Boys, and they're very good. So you can join them maybe. I'll write you a reference letter.
I can be the driver, I think.
Could
If we
do.
will drive like
do.
Dodge. Yeah. I can be.
Brilliant.
So where are they from? The Noisy Boys?
I think they are an Albanian team. Just the Europe region, second place in the PMCO, just missed it into the Pro League, but a lot of those players are very, very experienced. So yes, it's the hierarchy of this esports, as you can see. Like China is just filled with those talents, right? And we just can't wait. Testry, and of course, like we always say, we just encourage whoever didn't make it to come back for the following qualification. And if we have all these players who didn't have quite the luck or the game that they wanted, they can always come back. And that is the nice thing about this. It's not that one chance that you will blow. It's about perseverance, like learning and coming back. And then yes, we are up for a very, very good run.
Yeah, and we're talking about showing to the wider audience. This girl you saw, it is like more than 6 million subs on YouTube. Yeah,
Really?
Yes, I think this is your chance. Yeah, this is your chance. And the guy who won today,
For what?
it is at least $250. So this is your chance to show yourself. This is your chance. And you know what I saw? I saw some team tags when it comes to FNO or FTO. I saw some team tags. So maybe we have some professionals also from the China region. So I cannot wait. It was really, really good. We didn't have a star today like Spora, that we can mention all along. But I think there will be some stars from today. I need to hear that who have won. I think the guys are still counting the points, but yeah.
Could be Daddy. Could be Daddy. I feel like that is just the case. Reason being, he's got some kills. Okay, first off, a good amount of kills in the first game with the second place. Like that itself is, let me think.
He had
Around
2 kills
450?
in the first game, I think. He had 2.
So
if you said he had second place, so
440.
he had 2 kills there.
Yeah,
440.
and that is 440 points. And then second game, he made it pretty, like he got another 60 points from kills. That's 500. And he made it to top 10, right? So he can be very, very close because I've seen the player who killed him in the first game go out slightly earlier. Not sure about the amount of kills, so it could be close. It could be close. That is why it's so important to just get these kill points in, because there's no placement point difference that can sometimes make it up. And quick 2-3 piece within 20 seconds, if you get info of the area and then strike appropriately, 90 points, 120 points in your pocket, 3-4 kills.
Okay. I'm thinking, because when I saw, the people are jumping out of the plane, so I think the best for the first game, the best tactic is just go straight when the people are and try to, make so many kills as possible. Then go looting, then go chilling, and then try to, go to this top 10 and get some points. I think that's a good tactic, to kill as many people as you can. Find a quickly nice weapon, pong, 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 and you are in. You are in. So we are still waiting. We are still waiting.
We will wait. And speaking of what you said, like it reminded me of, it made me think, I would say, how I would play that game. I would actually go to the outskirts of some of these hot drop spots, and I will make sure that I get loot enough. I may need to 1v1 someone, but I will grab some compounds that has enough loot for me to fight through early stages, get a car, then very close to maybe within 20 seconds I can drive towards the main city, and then I try to catch whoever's being too confident, right? And I think I will use that. Third party is extremely strong, I feel like, in solo mode, and sometimes the best thing that you can do, like as a solo as well, like even in pro play, because you can't fight the whole squad when you're just like face to face, right? So cheeky, just find the best time to strike, and that would be my style. But yes, agree, aggression is important in this mode.
Yeah, and aggression. Okay, clever aggression, because if
Smart
you are
aggression,
aggressive.
yes.
We had some examples that someone was too aggressive, was putting a smoke. I remember it was I think qualifications for Vietnam. He put his smoke. It was Ian Bazur, to be exact. He put the smoke. He said, "I'm here. Where are you?" I'm dead. So
sprayed
yeah,
down,
yes,
yes.
Smart aggression. And talking about
That's the term.
smart aggression, maybe we have the player. They are still counting.
Quick maths.
Like
Maths
I don't know
ain't too
how many
quick
people.
sometimes.
I don't know how many people are counting that, but they are counting, and they are doing it very, very, very good. So we need to wait for a bit. So China on fire. I'm waiting also for Brazil, because you as well as Sandstorm said that they are really, really good too. So for me, China number one for now. Talking about the whole skill level of the whole play,
Yes.
whole play, because when we was watching Korea, yeah, we had the stars, but usually there were. I cannot say completely naked, but sometimes we will see some problems with looting. Yeah, there was like 20 people on the server, and they had level 1 equipment. So it was shaky. Korea for me number 2 after I saw how
Yes,
China is playing.
Can't rank the rest yet because I don't know. I feel like it's too similar, but I'm with you for now with the enthusiasm, skill level, and competitiveness. Is right now it's China on top across the all regions, but we talk about sometimes when we talk about the rest of this tournament as well as the representation from the region. I think we have a very good Korean team, right? Like I think Sadu is very, very good player as an influencer. Sporta is absolutely cracked. So yes, it's hard to predict, and right now, of course, a bit of a different version of the game for peace, but the majority, I should say, the abundance of talent in this region, in the Chinese region, is just shocking. I think that explains why they can create like franchise or whatnot to really bring them to the global stage. I mean, the last global championships, we have Chinese teams leading the chart. I'm literally the world champion. It's not the first esport that we have Chinese team or whatnot taking the top. And right here we can see, because it's just a good environment to basically cultivate this sort of talent as well. And today we get to see some, and it was a great pleasure.
Yeah, it is like I'm looking for. So it is like you were playing in. You are starting the game. You are in silver, for example, League of Legends or Counter-Strike or any other game, and now and you are bringing a colleague who is diamond, and you are fighting with the platinum guys. And this is like the China region. They are very, very skilled. Everyone is skilled. So
yes,
it is hard to say. It is hard to say who is the star, but we will say who is the star. For now, the guys are still counting, so the nickname will be shown on our social media. Thank you so much, Tarzan, for today.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a good one. See you guys soon.
See you soon. Thank you, Tarzan, and thank you guys for today. Like I said, I'm fully satisfied with China, but I'm only a human, so I want more. I want more and more. So see you on the next qualifications. You can jump in, you can show yourself to the world, you can fight for tons of dollars in Bitcoin Vault. Thank you so much again. See you later. See you next week. Goodbye.
Cryptocurrencies, it's like a virtual money. You can store it You can spend it, transfer it. You can store it for short term or long term, like an investment. But overall speaking, it's like a virtual money. You can use it to buy things either online or offline. The only difference is that cryptocurrencies are quite new compared to fiat money. Virtual cryptocurrency wallets allow users to store crypto, to store different kind of coins or tokens in like a virtual wallet. It's the same as your traditional wallet. You can have euro, dollars, Korean wons, whatever. In a crypto wallet, you have the same, but you store cryptocurrencies online or offline in your virtual wallet.
欢迎大家观看我们 SkillzVault 的决赛。
It is possible to change crypto into fiat money, into traditional money. It is possible through an exchange, a crypto exchange, which accepts both crypto assets and fiat money. Like, for example, you can change from Bitcoin Vault to Korean won or Japanese yen. It's possible. You just need to have an account on a crypto exchange. Mining of cryptocurrencies, it's a big topic. There are crypto that you can mine, or there are cryptos that you can stake to earn more crypto. So, for example, Bitcoin or Bitcoin Vault are cryptocurrencies that allows mining. So you can connect your device, like your computer, and your computational power can be used to mine cryptocurrencies. Right now, it's quite difficult to mine bigger cryptos, like Bitcoin, for example. You need a lot of computational power to be able to mine even one Bitcoin. With Bitcoin Vault, it's much easier.
大家期待我们 SkillzVault 的决赛吧！